All right, so here we go. Isaiah chapter 58. Just finished up a little bit ago. It's probably been some time now. Uh, I read in Revelation, I think 10 and 11. You boys were in Acts, I think, chapter 7. Finished all of that up. And now in the KJV, I'm going to be here in um, Isaiah 58. And you guys are currently playing the Wii and arguing and being very competitive. And it's okay. It's good. I like it. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But you keep competing. You keep fighting the fight. We see that in Scripture. We see endureth to the end. But anyway, Isaiah chapter 58 is a description of true religion. Man, I'm going to be very excited to see this. In chapter 57, we saw commendation of Israel's idolatry. We saw in verse 3, but draw near hither, ye sons of the sorceress, the seed of the adulterer and the whore. 56, an appeal to keep God's judgment. In verse 6 also, the sons of the stranger that join themselves to Yahweh, to serve him and to love the name of Yahweh, to be his servants, everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it and taketh hold of my covenant. In verse 7, even them will I bring to my holy mountain and make them joyful in my house of prayer. So, okay. Catching back up, or recapping a little bit, now chapter 58. Almost done, almost to the end of Isaiah. What a awesome read it has been. Great stuff. There are 66 chapters. We are in chapter 58. So here we go. A description of true religion. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily, delight to know my ways. Okay, let's try this again. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily. They delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinances of their God. They ask of me their ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to God. Wherefore have ye fasted, say they, and thou seest not? Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest to knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast ye find pleasure, and exact all your labors. Behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high. Is it such a fast that I have chosen a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush, and to speak sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast, and an acceptable day to Yahweh? Is not this the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke? Verse 7, is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house? When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and the righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of Yahweh shall be thy reward. Then shalt thou call Yahweh, and Yahweh shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, Here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger, and the speaking vanity, if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry, and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light arise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday. And Yahweh shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose waters fail not. And they shall be of thee shall build up, and they that shall be of thee shall build up the old waste places. Thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations, and thou shalt be called, the repairer of the breach, the restorer of paths to dwell in, the observance of the Sabbath, verse 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of Yahweh, honorable, and shalt honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words, then shalt thou delight thyself in Yahweh, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of Yahweh hath spoken it. Well, there we go. That was Isaiah 50. Isaiah 58. Quick. And next we see in chapter 59, national corruption, consequent suffering. 60, the future glory of Zion. 61, good tidings of salvation of Zion. And then we see the restoration of Zion, the day of vengeance. So lots of interesting stuff coming up here. And I'm going to put our date in there. And there we go. That's it for today's reading. We will pick up soon. And I love you much. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.